Alright, sorry for the abrupt cut off there, but I think I just want to get going. Usually I like to finish that track, but uh, not so much this minute. Give me 1 second, I'll be right with you, wonderful folks. Let's go ahead and go over here. There we go. Howdy, folks. Good morning. I'm Cody with IronVerse Comics, and I want to talk about the artistry of struggle with you folks. Um, Apparently, we had lost Kentaro Miura, creator of the manga Berserk, um, not too long ago, and the press release is just making its rounds. Um, it's um it's an interesting one to have watched and to have seen how the story has connected with folks, and I felt and still feel it's super important that that's shared. There's something to his work. There's an expression there that is so honest and so human that I think anyone who it can resonate with, it will cut deeply. Um, and from what I've seen, from people sharing their impressions and their memories and their adoration for the wonderful mangaka, um, it's a wonderful inspiration to other creators and just for storytelling entire. It's a rare thing. You'll find a story that has touched and so many in a way that gave them strength. You'll find a lot of stories that can touch folks in a lot of different ways, but Guts and his journey um, puts forward something that is really difficult to put forward. It's as I had I'm gonna be borrowing a lot of things I heard other folks say. You he had put something to paper that can't be put into words is how I had seen that, and it's a hell of a thing to be able to do. Um, you'll we see these goofy posts about show me an OC that has suffered more. You'll see like Steven Universe or freaking Captain Marvel or the the lady from Last of Us, right? Um, and I always kind of laugh when folks put guts there, because no shit. uh, uh, for a protagonist, Guts' complexity and the depth of his sorrow and of his grief and of the pain um, is a sight to behold and to walk alongside in the story. Um, and it's a hell of a thing. Not not many storytellers are brave enough to take that particular path. And though it's not for everybody, of course, the horror, the gore, the just utter depths that Miura explored. I think they need to be explored, but some folks it won't resonate with, right? It's just too much. But if you take that journey alongside Guts, you find this beautiful spark of light, um, that maybe can only be seen in such darkness. And as I read again and again as I go through similar posts like the one you see here, um, there was something about that spark of light that was very important to very many people, including myself. I don't think we're gonna get another story like this. I don't know how they're gonna continue forward with it. Um, I hate to say I think they will continue forward with it, even though I think it being left as it is might be the best path. Um, it's a hell of a thing. Um, I know it's it's a story, right? It's just some art, some some imagination that was expressed, right? Uh, and that to many there's a lot of that expressed, and so one particular expression of it may not seem that important. But I'm doing this live stream and this video because from what I can see, this is a this is a hell of a thing. Um, Sequential art struggles very hard to give this personal, mature depth and communication, and something about his work was so raw and honest, and you could feel the passion and dedication in every little tiny ink stroke and word chosen. Um, hell of a thing, hell of a thing, a beautiful work. So what I want to do now is I'm going to go through the thank you Miura thread. I was doing that all last night. Again, it just warms my heart that a story can resonate with so many people and do, from what it sounds like, a lot of good for mental health and for a lot of other things. It's done a world of good for my mental health as well. If Guts can persevere in what he's been doing, I can too, right? That was one of the biggest things I've taken away from Berserk. Um, yeah, welcome, Sammy Sadek. Thank you so much for stopping by, saying hello. We're gonna go ahead and go through this thread a little bit and talk about it. Um, what you'll find, and what I haven't found in almost any other storyteller that's passed, um, and who has been spoken about on social media as such. Um, there's something about the tale of Berserk that changed lives, built built up strength. Yeah, it's a beautiful gift for someone to leave this world with, even if it was far too soon, and that the tale, again, I hope it does not get finished. I don't think it's a pure expression of 35 years or so of a man's life. I really, if they want to hobble it along, I'm not sure how I'm going to feel about that. But some people want their conclusion, so I have no idea how that's going to go, nor do I really care. I just want to talk about the actual magic that the man produced. So let's go ahead and check that out, if you would. This sentiment right here, super super common, as you'll see as we go further and further down this bit. We'll never forget. It is an unforgettable tale. The choices he made, both into how hard he's going to work, how much that's going to shine through the page, and the thematics and ideas he tackles. Um, they will stick with you, and some of it will not be pleasant, but that's part of the point. Um, Life isn't always pleasant, and you need to have the strength to persevere, and that's Guts is an icon. That's what he is, and even by the fucking name, beautiful, beautiful choice. It's raw, it's gritty. It talks completely about even how he was born in a pile of corpses, found in a pile of corpses. I mean, it's wonderful artistry, and I would have liked to have finished the tale he wanted to finish, but you know, doesn't always go that way, and that's also part of this. There's a couple panels we'll probably come across too that I'm gonna want to talk about there. A lot of thank you for everything. This one, yeah, you'll find this very common. Was put out quite a bit. He died doing what he wanted, no matter what, right? I bet he was happy. I hope so. Um, there's another sentiment that's put in here that I hope where you go there are no battlefields. Guts is tired, and I think Kentaro, there was something in there. There's a battle that a lot of us share in. That this tale helps illuminate, right? It helps put forward this battle with the human soul and with darkness and with the possibilities in reality that are not pleasant. Um, and man, he worked his fucking ass off to share that. That's one of the things manga does so much better than comics is it will allow a creator to do that, to express something so very pure. Um, I do wish. I mean, when you pour yourself so much of yourself into a work, you might be taking some time off of your own clock, and I think that's some of what happened with Kentaro, and so that's something we as creators and readers and fans need to be aware of um, and understand because he got a lot of shit for being slow. Um, some I think most of it was playful, right? People just wanted to finish his story. They loved it, but I don't think anybody wanted to continue more than he did. You could see how hard he worked in every brushstroke. It's absolutely incredible. Exactly. Put pen to paper. Thank you for writing Berserk. A lot of that as well. I mean, it's horrific imagery at times. It's very, very dark and very cruel. Um, and again, that was the point. 100% the point. You need to be able to look at these things, face them, and then continue forward. Just stunning. Exactly. Rest well, struggler. Here is, of course, the press statement. Oh, that's a good one. But yeah, if anybody watching has anything you'd like to say, I'd be happy to hear it. Otherwise, we're just gonna kind of go through and look and kind of share in these things. It looks like they set it up like this. Let me go ahead and do that. Emergency, yep. Those fucking fairies. You always had to keep this little bit of levity, beauty, and purity in there the whole time. Yeah, this grim, dark, deep fucking guy who's broken to shit and seen all the worst out there. Is tailed by these little playful little pieces of shit. I love it. Uh, I think so as well. I don't know how money is going to talk at the end of the day. That might be what it is. Berserk is still an IP, even though to me it's more it's art. It's a message. It was a communication, and a very rare one that could get muddled. But it's always gonna have its ending, even if they were to continue it, right? People will know when it was somebody else who took over. So there's that. Yeah, here we go. I mean, regardless of your dark path, regardless of how broken you've been, you can fight your bad feelings and try to live a happy life. You'll see it get to me here and there because that core is so important to me. Mental health is a difficult fucking battle. And Guts fucking fought it bravely with darknesses and horrors that we hopefully and the blessings never have to come anywhere near. And just the passion and care put into that. There's not going to be another like that. There's not going to be another tale like that. Just these expressions. Oh man, rough. That's my thinking too, and what I've heard from a few folks is that he didn't really intend to conclude it anyway. He just wanted to push it forward. Um, and you only have so much time to do that. I think so too. I think that is the best way. You know, he told so many different tales within the larger tale. I'm not 100% caught up from what I've heard though. However, he was able to give Casca back her memories before passing, and to me that was the big one. That was a big one. I mean, yeah, Griffith, fuck that guy, but that connection, the one good thing that he had found in this world being taken from him, and then him continuing to fuck up like a human does. Um, I think there's some good conclusion in that. Um, whew. And of course, he did other work, which I'm going to need to take a look at. So, yeah, if some of this is it, I mean, look, hey, the guy had a few other levels than the ones that he was showing through Guts. Somebody coloring it, beautiful. Yep. Oh, good. Somebody did collect the ones that go further. I was hoping someone did. I only had somebody who collected up to this point. See the artistry as he gets older. And that's a big one too. As sad as I am that it's been cut short, I'm so grateful that was a part of my life. You're gonna find very rare tales that don't get to finish that are gonna still leave that feeling and that impression. Um, it's a little bit of magic that I just needed to be able to share with you folks a little bit more. Cool. Ah, again and again, as we go through this, you'll see this. I haven't seen a work that's done this to this level at all. Again and again, people were touched by Berserk. Changed my life again and again. Hundreds of thousands of people. This grim, dark, goofy bit of comic work, right? Oh my god. This big bulk of iron that he's just swinging around to carve his way through life. Welcome, Requiem of Demons. I hope that we don't get to see. We were talking about that, and it is still an IP, right? I hope they respect it and respect the man's work, and as Sammy Sadek said earlier in the chat, that they place the sword in the ground and let it be. Um, let the struggler rest. But I have no idea how Megacorps are gonna handle it. Again, unforgettable tale. Just absolutely unforgettable. No, yeah. Now I didn't really want to see it colored, but it's a wonderful expression to show that this is the one. This is the panel that really resonates with me in all of this. Panel page. Just keep going. Just fucking keep going. That's his whole tale. Don't stop there. Keep going. It's a wonderful fucking expression to choose to dedicate your life to. Again and again. I do recommend folks who love Berserk go through the thank you Miura hashtag and just go down. It's a wonderfully cathartic to know that this very niche and dark story resonated and gave strength to so many. It really means a lot to me as a creator and just as a fan of art and a mental health advocate. Um, very few things you can do in this life are going to be as powerful. And I don't think anybody else is going to do it like he did it. Thank you, Matthew Davis, for stopping by. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful inspiration of a work, inspiration of an expression, and I do hope he rests as well. Rich characters, emotional depth. Yeah. Again, just take a moment if this will load in. Somehow, and especially as Guts got, older, he started getting this almost friendly expression to him, this adult fatherly expression to him. Uh, Something you don't get to see in art almost ever. You won't see it in film. You won't see it in animation. You, it's something you'll only see in comics that are able to go 35 fucking years, right? Oh, just amazing. There's the man himself. Crazy motherfucker. 41 seconds. I think I can do that.
That's it? He's gone? He didn't even turn around.
Impossible. It was just a fluke. I won't believe it.
You're going to be all right. You just stumbled over a stone in the road. It means nothing. Your goal lies far beyond this, doesn't it? I'm sure you'll overcome this. You'll walk again. Soon.
Very rough, very powerful, just raw and deep message he dedicated his life to. I know I'm sounding like a broken record, but you won't find artists who do that very fucking often. Ugh, you just won't. Such a brave choice because it's something people don't want to face but need to. And oh God, this was the one. Yeah, give birth something that you cannot be put into words. It's a wonderful communication. Ah. Beautiful concept right there too. You know, tried to fight all these demons and these hard things by himself, but he found that he's not alone and had something to take care of, and so he had to grow beyond that and find help, accept the world in its entirety. Ah, you're not gonna find an artistic expression like Berserk. It's so fucking unique and beautiful and horrific and inspiring. Uh, Again, so I just had to hit this real quick with you folks and just share it a little bit. I was up for a few hours dedicating, to boosting these things, and you won't. It's such an important thing, and it's something that could slip by very easily. And I'm sure in a week or two, Berserk fans won't forget, but there's many who need the messages, the words, the imagery that may never find it, and something to be said about sharing it. That's a neat little piece of fan art. Yep. Is rested looking up at the stars. Yeah. Yep. I've never seen this amount of affection and resonance from any artist. um, and that's a hell of a thing to be able to say specifically with fucking comics, and then even further with manga. It's a trip and a half. It's a trip and a half. Yeah, if you want to just take it as like the work on a ground level, right? On the artistry that he put forward. Holy shit. And the genre he chose. I mean, it's a hell of a thing. A hell of a thing that he accomplished. And it's a hell of a thing to be able to say that an unfinished tale like his, it doesn't matter. Because of how hard it hit and how much he put in and how honest he was about the creations. That's what made it resonate so hard. Um, it's raw and honest and just fucking horrifically beautiful, like life tends to be. I saw a lot of this, which was cool. A lot of his work, Berserk, inspired a lot of video game work from all over the place, and I was seeing that for a lot of MMOs. They did little dedications, and that was I know it's cute and it's kind of goofy, but watching the lighters go up in dedication is a beautiful thing, and that's another thing I wanted to show folks. if you need inspiration as a creator to keep going, you will find a better one than Miura. It just you can't. His story, both his story and Berserk, it's hell of a thing. That as well, how life just moving forward. How Griffith literally sold his soul to try and make a better world. That's so many angles, so many beautifully hard angles. I mean, hell, Guts is the thing Guts used to carve his way through the world. Big slab of fucking blunt iron that this normal man just through sheer will learned to wield and push through. Compared to Griffith, who was this beautiful light that could inspire uh, so strongly, undying dedication, and who then uses that, abuses that to in the name of the goal that he believed that all of them were following him for. If you have not read Berserk and you're seeing this video and you have a taste, you have a strong stomach, and you have an interest in the depths that lie below us, please check it out. And again, if you're on Twitter, check out this thread. Again, I have not found this hashtag, excuse me. I've not found a piece of art that has left this same impression. I'm sure there has been, um, but this is the moment to appreciate one of those, a very rare moment. And so again, I wanted to put it on here and kind of save it for a long time. Put it down there. When Guts would push forward and win through the absolute negativity that was presented in front of him, it was so cathartic for those who'd read it. Again, I think he left this world with a wonderful gift for mental health. That's and when you're leaving something for mental health, I believe you're leaving something that helps shore up the soul. and hell, that's one of art's most beautiful things you could do. It's a hell of a thing. Hell of a thing. Let's take a look at a piece of fan art here real quick. Wonderful. That's the bit. He caught on to it when he was drawing. As he got older, as Guts' journey, he came to greater terms with what his journey in life is, no matter how hard it was. He found a small bit of peace, and you could see that in his later drawings of Guts. It's just a hell of a thing. I know I'm talking to myself a lot, but and repeating myself, but these are messages I really I want to lay down. That's the bit. Ah, that choosing Guts is weapon, right? A large, blunt piece of iron. It's almost an expression of honesty and truth. And being able to hold it and wield it and use that to push forward through these demons, through these dark depths, towards betrayal and this affection and love that was found that was sacrificed for the world, but also for ego on Griffith's. I mean, my God, that story. Ah, again, apologies, folks, but man, and that whole thing. Ah, uh, and what that was, and coming to terms with it a little bit as they were moving forward. There's a lot of parts of it that we won't get to fully understand because it won't be fully expressed, but they were hinted at and put forward, and that it resonated and means so much to so many. Again, you won't find that in art very often. Um, in storytelling, oh, masterful, just fucking masterful. Exactly. Very honest, and again, like Guts's choice of weapons, very blunt. Very honest. You have to be okay with it anyway, and keep putting one fucking foot in front of the other. This too. Now, this is rare to find. Most people are going to focus on Berserk because of how beautiful it was. But of course, you cannot put a man's work into to just one box because though he dedicated his life to Berserk, he had a life, and it's very cool that as a creator he still reached out to help support others. Especially how serious he must have felt to work, to reach out or have been reached out by a guy who did such serious, heavy work, right? Oh my God. Again, the sense of peace. God, rough. Didn't know the man, but we all got a piece of him because of how much he put into the work. Yeah, I just wanted to boost just a little bit out how this is. They've all been illuminated by sparks. What a trip. You know, if you want an inspiration in this medium, I have a unbelievable affection for sequential art. There's some tales that can only be told through it. Berserk is one of them. There's ideas that can only be communicated by being able to see and feel alongside the creator. And film can do it here and there, but it's going to be limited and short. Um, Novels can do it, but it's going to be long-winded. It's just that's the nature of prose. It's going to say too much. With sequential art, with comic work, you can say so much in a single panel with nothing, and then you can continue to say more or to add finesse as you go. And again, just years, decades of work went into Berserk, and decades of dedication to it. There was no slipping. Um, just getting tired. It's a hard road, man, and he walked it very very fucking bravely to get these things done and to get this shared. Just incredible. I mean, just look at that for a simple scene walking on the beach. Ah, all right. Okay, this is a good one I think to end it on. And apparently that's it's been deleted, huh? I don't care. Then that makes this even more important to share. At some point in life, we all struggle and need to find the strength and reason in our lives to keep pushing against everything that is happening, even if it's against our will. We need to do it for those we care about and love. So keep fighting, the best will come. Apparently, so I haven't caught up on Berserk, and now I think I'm going to just to see how it left itself as an expression. But I know this panel is part of that. That Casca hopefully did get back at least some of her memory and connection to Guts. I think that's a good bit of note to leave on here, folks. So thank you for joining me. I just wanted to do a small little personal memorial because of how much the story has affected me, and I know it's affected a lot of other folks. If you're watching this later, please in the comments below, or even right now before we leave, and you have enjoyed Berserk, or it's touched you, I would love to hear how, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on it, because it's something as a creator I need to learn from, and it's something I think as artists, the expression and the dedication is something we all kind of need to learn from. Um, Now, I'm unsure how connected putting so much of himself into the work and his death at a young age is. There's always a lot there, you know. Um, so we also need to learn about that, right? That you need to take breaths. Um, yeah. So I guess that'll do it for now, folks. I thank you so much for joining me. I just needed to put some more of these thoughts down, and please, if you're seeing this and you have the stomach for some very hard truths, uh, you will find great strength. If you're being chased or attacked by hard truths, you will find some strength in Guts's tale in Berserk. Um, if you struggle with being human, with our flaws, with our anger and our mistakes and our darknesses, you will find strength in Berserk. Um, that's a rare gift. Anyway, I'm Cody with IronVerse Comics, And I'll catch you folks on that rusty IronVerse Comics trail. Thank you folks so much for joining me. And thank you, Kentaro Miura, for leaving such a beautiful example. You take care, folks.